What do you mean, spear? When did I get a spear? When did I get a spear? Did I get the spear from the guy who had the spear in the beginning? I don't remember getting the spear. I'm possibly an imbecile, but, you know, if I am, nothing is lost, because it was a known fact anyway. Hello, this is Yahweasel, this is Pocket Fallout. So, I have so many things to talk about. First thing, I did do a little bit of testing in just the Russian version without using any of my saves, just to see if all of the bugs I've encountered are due to switching between the versions, and I have encountered bugs in the Russian version, but I don't feel like I encounter them at the same rate. So I think it's a bit of a, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other kind of situation. I think there are bugs, and my translating it exacerbated some of those bugs for some reason. Second thing, our resident Russian, RR, the USRR, our resident Russian, was kind enough to translate from the PDF manual that comes with this game the backstory into English, and so I will be quickly reading off the backstory of this game now. The plotline of the game starts in 2531 on the planet Earth. Gee, thanks, I never would have guessed it was on Earth. A significant portion of humanity is burned in the inferno of the global nuclear war that took place between two world superpowers, the USSR and the USA. I just want to briefly point out that in the actual Fallout backstory, the USSR had become a sort of third power, and it was really China and the USA that were the major enemies. But, you know, you can understand why the Russian authors might want to upplay their own background. The war happened after an escalation of the Caribbean crisis, parentheses, the Cuban Missile Crisis, to the U.S. terminology, that began in 1962. Right before the nuclear war began, the Soviet top leadership, scientists, and some proletarian artists managed to take refuge in upgraded bomb shelters that were left since World War II. Each such shelter had its own identification number, food stores, and an autonomous life support system that was intended for many years of use. For several years after the last warhead's ashes cooled down, the inhabitants of the shelters have managed to keep in contact via the underground telephone network, but after the harsh nuclear winter, communication was mysteriously lost. For the denizens of the USSR, then began a true post-nuclear era. Ordinary people that didn't manage to hide in bomb shelters but were lucky enough to survive the war, slowly mutated into bloodthirsty, but fairly intelligent, creatures. They only had one goal: to find food. Since most species of plants, animals, and insects were destroyed, the mutants had no other choice but to begin hunting humans. Being clever creatures, they began to seek out extant bomb shelters, infiltrate them, and devour the people that survived within. Humans, as a creature formerly on top of the food chain, turned into ordinary game, for which a full-blown hunt began. The protagonist is a descendant of Soviet scientists that were taking refuge in one of the bomb shelters, numbered U-13. After their food reserves ran out... After their food reserves ran out and the autonomous life support system broke down, the protagonist and other inhabitants of the shelter had to come out to the planet's surface. Afterwards, the survivors founded a small village where the shelter's entrance used to be. 12 years after its founding, the village began to die. Some people were snatched by mutants, others were wiped out by disease. One day, the Elder found in the shelter's old documents information about certain experiments that were conducted on humans behind locked doors of Soviet labs shortly before the war. The idea of these experiments was to create a new type of Soviet citizen that in the documents was called Functional Artificial Life Form. However, this type of citizen was essentially nothing short of a biological slave. This humanoid life form was being created to perform complex and difficult tasks while never getting tired and being totally obedient. The discovered documents indicated that the experiments for creating the functional artificial life form had concluded successfully shortly before the start of the war. The protagonist was chosen by the settlers as the one who must save his village and his people. The villager selected for this mission. He is the last hope of the dying village. He is its savior. He is the chosen one. There we go. I hope you enjoy 5 minutes of me reading in a voice that really does good things to my throat. But it's good for drama, you know. Sometimes you need the drama in there. Anyway, so that's the backstory. We are the chosen one. Speclad in chat says he likes how the identification number is assigned the same importance as the food stores when talking about the shelters. Indeed, yep. Very, very important that everybody have an identified shelter. Okay, now that we've already been doing this for 5 minutes, let's play the game a bit. And indeed, you can see that we're from Shelter 13. Almost like Vault 13, but definitely not that. Hey, guy who looks suspiciously like me. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, bye. I already talked to you. So, he wants me to go south, which is a little bit difficult because the White Sea is to the south. I've determined that this area of the map is definitely northwest Russia. I poked around on Google Maps until I was relatively convinced of that fact. So I think this is Murmansk. I forget what the region of Russia is called. But northwest Russia, like Finland, is over to the west here somewhere. And we have to go south of there, which obviously we can't do over sea. I assume if I do that, we can just walk over sea. No, we can't. Okay, I was like, what? No, I assume we're gonna have to go all the way around. So let's go all the way around. Given how many days it takes, yeah, this could be a fairly large part of Russia we're looking at right here. Now watch this fail. Yes. Do I have a choice? Why would I have a choice? I thought that was an encounter. Do you want to see this encounter? Nah, skip it. Watch it fail. Here it goes. It's about to explode. That's what it does. I can't save, I think, on this screen. So... Oh, okay. I am immediately in a battle with a Pokemon. Okay. I've got the same number of action points as I had before, so let's just, be usual here. Oops, nope, there we go. This guy seems incapable of dodging my attacks, which is convenient, since previous enemies have been very capable of dodging my attacks. Oh, I actually missed for once. Great. Oh, hello, it's another Pokemon. The text calls it Gecko, I think, says Speclad in chat. I mean, given how fast the text flies by, even if you do read the language, it's pretty impressive to actually be able to read it. Geckos are white, right? I guess post-nuclear geckos are. If I die here, I'm going to be feeling pretty stupid. These might be a little bit over-leveled for me. Maybe? I feel like I ought to have killed this by now, and there's a second one, which is rather unfortunate. But I mean, I need the experience, and it's not like they're doing a lot of damage to me. Thanks for freezing. There we go. I will be cutting out battles, but as I haven't even fought these enemies before, I'm not going to cut out this one. Take that! And one of those! Take nothing, me! Why does he get to attack 3 times for my 3? Never mind. Didn't think that through. Why does he get to attack 3 times when I only get to attack 3 times? It's not fair at all. I'm the human. I'm the superior species. Wasn't my health at 28 before? Did he heal me? Maybe it was at 38. The worst thing about this battle system is the fact that you miss about 9 times out of 10, so every battle takes 10 times longer than it should. If hitting was just more frequent, then the actual, like, statistics of the battle would be the same, your probability of success would be the same, but it wouldn't take forever. Is that how the original Fallout was? Is that why I didn't like Fallout at all? Because you were constantly missing and the enemy was constantly missing and it made the whole damned game take forever? Is that the problem with Fallout? Yeah, take that nothing. And you take one of these nothings. I actually hit him 1 time. I think it's time for Yahweasel cast death. Victory! Oh, there's another gecko down there. Do geckos carry anything? That's not the right button. Geckos do not seem to carry anything. Do you want to see this location was a trick question, suggests Specklad in chat. Yeah, I should have said no. Why would I want to see this location? I'm just getting attacked. That's not a good thing. That's not helping me any. Okay, I assume that I can't rest to recover with that gecko right in front of my face. I totally can! Geckos they just don't give a shit, apparently. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Okay, loving the fact that I can just rest right in front of the enemy. That's really helpful. Is this like a thing I can interact with? I can stand inside the basket, so that's pretty cool. Do I, like, talk to this gecko? Hi. I'm going to steal this gecko. Oh, I didn't manage to steal the gecko. Bye? He's running! You coward! Okay, this is the most annoying movement system ever. Get back here, coward! Get back here, coward! The other geckos didn't run away from me! I think, I was about to say you're not going to get away, but given the fact that he is now off-screen, I do suspect he's going to get away. If I had to guess, I would say he's going to get away. Oh, he didn't get away. Yeah, that's right, loser. Now you're on my turf. You always cast death. Specklad in chat asks, why don't you try putting things in your hand? So I pressed this button. Thank you, Specklad. This says, you can't do this during chat. Oh, well. During chat. During combat. I can't read. Victory! Such a great victory. 15 HP remaining. It's just for the sake of it, let's quickly check if he has anything. I did apparently try to steal specifically from him there. Okay, that was fun. And rest forever! Okay, that was fun. I live! Okay, where is the exit to this area? Probably in the north? Oh, hello. There'll be just another gecko in here, so I don't know why I'm getting all excited. It's a bed that I can just walk into. Thank you. And now I can't figure out how to get out of here. What about the bear? Asks Specklad in chat. There was a already dead bear here. I'm assuming that was killed by the geckos. I don't seem to be able to take anything from it, so... Like, when I tried to click to interact with it, it didn't work. Is there no exit to this area? You can just never leave, because that would be rather inconvenient. I would really very much like to leave. Is it down here? Is there no escape? Are we just stuck now forever? That's not an exit. There we go. Guess which corner the exit is. The fun new game from Asshole Company. Let's just continue down the coastline here, the west coast of the White Sea. I'm so proud of myself for finding where this location is on a map. My ability to use a map and my brain really impressing myself. If everything could just load now, I would be really happy with that. Did your original village disappear? It isn't on the map. That's a good point, Speclad. I guess we're already too late. The village, it is gone. Well, somewhere around here there ought to be an enemy for me to get killed by. Is there, like, a way in here? Not from this angle. Hello? Hello? Is there a scorpion waiting here for me? Are there several scorpions waiting here for me? Yahweasel cast death. Well, there's a scorpion right there, like, right next to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. Yep, that seems fine, apparently. Fallout logic. Hey, buddy. Now it's time for you to die. And yet you get to go first. He always will cast death. Victory. Speclad keeps telling me to do stuff. Okay, no, so that's just like perform action. That's the same as this button. There's nothing I can equip here. There's nothing I can equip. Well, I can put myself into battle mode for no reason, but yeah, there's nothing I can equip. There's nothing I can equip. None of this is equipable. The spear. What do you mean, spear? Isn't it... What? What do you mean, spear? What do you mean, spear? What do you mean, spear? When did I get a spear? When did I get a spear? Did I get the spear from the guy who had the spear in the beginning? I don't remember getting the spear. I'm possibly an imbecile. But, you know, if I am, nothing is lost, because it was a known fact anyway. Let's get out of this hellhole. Or figure out what this thing is. It's a nothing. Yes, that's me, thank you. There is no context menu. Thanks for all of the set dressing, that's literally nothing. There's another scorp. There's a big scorp. There's a big scorp. Don't want to chat with the big scorp, just gonna leave, bye. How about instead of fighting the giant scorpion, I just don't? Bye. Bit in chat is being extremely impressed by the panning system in this game. Okay. I mean, he told me to go south. He wasn't very specific. I'm impressed with the fact that this hasn't failed yet. I've entered 3 encounters now. The first 2 both succeeded. Is the third one going to be the one that explodes? Yes! Yes, it is! Hooray! More live debugging! Okay, so on line 144... I have a new sort of idea here. Wow, on conclusion? Fight model.free was the problem? Fight model wasn't set up? Okay. So I have a new strategy for this. What I'm going to do is say var initted equals false and just hope that that's a valid thing to do. I don't know what this language is. And then right down around here, I'm going to say if not initted, and I'm going to spell it the same, then on initialization, and we're just going to hope that is a thing that works. The language is documented. It's documented slightly in the Russian language, which, oh, dang it. Okay, this is not the same. This looks a bit basic-y, which I guess isn't that surprising. So I probably need if not initted then, and then end if down here. Now this... If this is basic-y, then it's probably not false with a lowercase f. It's probably false with a capital F. Then again, this said if true here, with the lower, whatever. We're just gonna leave it like that. It looks Pascal-y to me, suggests Speclad. Maybe. I think it just, I don't know, it just looks verbose. It's just weird. It's like a mix of things. Anyway... Here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna get that encounter next anyway, so we're just gonna go ahead and quit and reload. Speclad points out that basic is case insensitive. Indeed it is, so that might have been silly. Luckily, I've been saving quite frequently, so we're just gonna go ahead and load right here. That, I'm not sure what Speclad was referring to in that, but apparently that says there's still iron ore in the steppe. S-T-E-P-P-E, like the steppes of Central Asia. Being kind of close to where we are. I mean, not that close. Oh, there's the temple. Okay, no. The temple is still there. It's just farther west than we thought. Oh, good. I got a sooner encounter this time. The loading screen message, says Speclad in chat. Okay, the loading screen message says there's still iron ore in the steppe. Never heard steppe in that context singular. It's always steps. But I guess steps is just the plural of step. It's perfectly valid. Why not? Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. Yay! It done darn did do the work. Did done darn do did done. For next time, until then, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, tell me what other obscure games you... Oh my god, that was 8 points of damage! Tell me what other obscure games you'd like to see me play in the comments below. While I die. While I die. Cheers from Yahweasel!